morning, guys. I'm Turbo712 and welcome to another Spool Me Up. And today you join me with Steve.
Yeah.
How you doing, bud? You alright?
Yeah.
And for those of you who saw the JDM Coombe video, you would have saw me doing a little quick fire review with Steve. You would remember Steve's got this 2009 330 CS? CE? 330S, yeah?
330S, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. I don't know why I keep calling it CS.
CS is the Cosworth version.
That's it.
Yeah.
2009 330S, and I gotta say, because I've known you for quite a while, Steve.
Yeah.
Why did you buy this car initially? Because I know you, because you had the Hawkeye before, didn't you?
Yeah.
What did you have before the Hawk?
I've had loads, mate. I've had pretty much all of them, I think, apart from the brand spanking new one in the saloon.
Yeah.
I got a blob that I've still got the blob. It's just being built into a WRC spec car now.
The blue one, yeah?
Yeah, the one, yeah. I've got the one that was in spinning Japanese Performance Mag and a few others.
Yeah.
This is with Blob Eye, first of all, that has been my baby and that I've spent all the money on.
So have you always been into Subarus?
Yeah, pretty much. I've always been into cars generally.
Yeah.
It was always the fast forwards when I was younger.
Yeah,
the XR3i,
Cosworths,
yeah. When I actually got my license, they weren't really a feasible car to buy. I don't think the age had got to them and whatnot. I've still owned a few over the years, but they were practical as a sort of a daily car.
Yeah.
So yeah, the next step was a Subaru. My friend owned one, and I fell in love with the sound of it, I'll be honest.
Yeah, it does. It does grab you. For me, that's one of the best sounding engines that you can get on full tap. A Subaru on full tap just sounds nice, but it's a close call between, for me, the Boxer engine and a nice 5-pot. There's a 5-pot on full tap as well. It's also a very nice sounding engine.
I'm actually a V8 lover as well myself, so there's always scope for a different engine, I think.
Tell me about this car then. Did you buy it standard? Was it totally standard when you bought it?
It was more or less standard. The previous owner had put it in for the engine build, and he'd done it well. He'd done a really good job with the engine build, done it properly right from the start.
Yeah.
Put a fully closed deck 2.5 in there with all the right parts. All overrated to what they should be.
So the deck, it's a 2.5 in these anyway. Is it an open deck in these ones usually, or not?
Semi-closed.
Semi, right?
Yeah,
okay,
semi-closed deck. They don't actually make a closed deck 2.5, obviously.
Yeah.
So they get inserts and insert them into the block.
Right. Okay.
Which provides strength. There's still debate whether that works properly or not, but
right.
I suppose mine's working, which is what counts at the minute.
How do you find the 2.5 to the 2 litre? I mean, there's not much in it in torque and bhp wise, is there?
A little bit, yeah. There's a lot more torque you get, a lot more low down torque.
There is a lot more low down torque.
The 2.5,
right.
yeah.
Right.
You'll notice it in a minute that we're kind of at a puff by 6k,
right.
Where the rev band's quite low, so it's a lot better for daily use. The roads around there, you're not going to be right up in the rev range 90% of the time, so it suits me a lot better to have it a lot lower down.
Yeah. So what does the build consist of then?
It's I believe it's wossner pistons.
Yeah.
Carillo rods.
Carillo rods.
Carillo rods.
Okay, I've never heard of those.
They're actually rated to 1,000 horsepower. The rods are,
right.
so there's plenty of scope for them.
Yeah.
Standard 2.5 crank.
Yeah.
The closed deck inserts, 14mm head studs, which do make the build worthwhile in my opinion.
Yeah.
The clamping force on the heads of the 2.5 is got to be nice.
Yeah.
So the 14mm head studs to kind of take care of that.
I remember at Coombe you said something that you got what's the turbo? A red? Force red?
It's a Force Performance red. It's one of their smaller versions, I'll be honest. They do a red that's now kind of billet.
Okay.
So it's slightly more
So what did you say is a GT?
It's a 35 front housing,
yeah,
with the Subaru rear housing.
Right. Okay. What kind of power figures are we running? 550, wasn't it?
No, 531 is the horsepower.
Yeah.
The torque figure, depending on what you want to put it in, is either 515 foot-pounds, yeah, or around 700 newton meters.
Yeah, I prefer newton meters.
Yeah, it's around around 700.
Sounds better, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's always the better figure.
I've got to say it feels quite long. I don't know if it's because
it's because you're low down.
Low down.
Yeah,
it feels quite. It does feel like I'm in like the normal saloon Subaru. You know?
I think that's the case with it. You don't tend to notice that the boot's not there.
Yeah.
Unless you go to it, and then it's kind of a bit odd. Then it feels like there should be something there.
Something there. Yeah.
Yeah. Other than that, once you're behind the wheel of it, it kind of feels the same, which is what really made my mind up to buy this particular model, because when I went looking, I wanted the saloon with the boot. Yeah. And I ended up nailing it down to 2 cars, which was a completely standard saloon, or this car which had the forged engine already in it. Yeah. Which to me, knowing what I'm like with Subarus and that I would be modifying it, it made sense to go for one that was already forged.
Yeah. So when does this turbo actually come alive? Because
around 4K.
Around 4K, yeah.
Yeah, I mean we're still in sports at the minute, which should see you to around a bar-ish boost.
Is this like down here? Is this?
It's the SI drive, yeah.
Right.
It controls the ECU via torque settings. Yeah. We're not in intelligent. You've got to put it into intelligent, which just dulls everything down. Makes it easier on longer journeys. You get a little light on the dash that tells you when's the most economical to change gear. Right. Okay. Stuff like that. Yeah. Move up to sport. Kind of sharpens everything up. Makes the throttle response a little bit better. Okay. You get a slightly more boost. It comes in slightly earlier. Yeah. Then you can switch up to Sport Sharp, which turns the boost right up. You get 1.75 bar then. Yeah. Throttle response is a lot sharper. You also notice that on downshift in the Coral, road match with your revs to the road speed, so it'll auto blip.
Right. Okay. Nice.
Downshifts to save the engine. Nice. So yeah, it's got a few little toys in it. It's got launch control built into it if we need it. Yeah. You can adjust that via the cruise control settings on the steering wheel.
Oh, nice. So they've really kind of like upped their game with this one. Yeah. To come up with the modern day kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, the stuff that you kind of expect on these cars, where you might be taking it on quite a long journey. Yeah. Normally you've got to put up with it and just sort of get on with it, but now they've kind of made it so that it's user friendly for everyone. Yeah. And if you want to put someone who's not used to driving the car behind the wheel and you want them to feel safe, you can turn everything down for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So not that we're ruining that today.
I'm glad to hear it. When we get out of this traffic, I might actually have a chance to give it a little blip. So we'll give it a little bit of beans when we come back off this roundabout, and we'll see what's going on.
Well, we'll give you sport first of all and see how you feel about just some sport, yeah?
Just some sport, okay.
Just some sport first of all.
What a difference. Yeah, Jesus.
It makes it quite lively. You actually kick the traction control in then as well. I mean, to be honest with you, we never done any power runs in sport. We just done it in Sport Sharp. So yeah. I'm not really sure what the lower settings will give you.
And do you drive about in Sport Sharp all the time?
I tend to drive around in sport more than I do Sport Sharp. Again, it's the default setting, it defaults to sport, so you've got, like I say, more or less forward brake on tap, which can be plenty.
Yeah. So if we take a quick walk around the car, let's see what we got.
So I take it these are Xenons, yeah, Steve?
Yeah, standard headlights.
Yeah.
They are nice and bright.
Yep. And I see you got your, is that, obviously number plate's been relocated, yeah?
Yeah, Perrin relocation kit.
Okay.
They normally come with fog lights in the front, but I've deleted them.
Right, okay.
And put the I believe they come on the WRX, I'm not sure, but they've got no holes for the headlight, for the daylight driving lights now.
Okay, mate. And I see got front splitter?
Yeah, V-Star, I believe it is.
V-Star, yeah?
Yeah.
Nice one. And we've got the bonnet bra. Stop the old stone chips, yeah?
Try to, yeah.
How long's that been on there?
Couple of weeks, not long now.
Yeah.
Just before I last seen you. It's not actually a Perrin.
I didn't know.
It's a custom built one by Teg Sport.
Right, okay. And running with Goodyear Eagle F1 asymmetrics, yeah?
Yep.
We got, what are they, rotor grids?
Yeah, I believe so, yeah.
Yeah. And 6 pots?
Yeah, 6-pot APs.
As standard?
No.
No?
No, they're...
Well, they 4 pots as standard, yeah?
Yeah, the Brembo 4 pots is standard. I've put them on. They're 365s.
Okay. I've got to say, I like the flares on the arches.
It does cause problems.
It does, yeah?
It didn't come with mud flaps.
Right.
And you notice that it does fling the stones up on the side.
Yeah, yeah.
Causing a little bit of stone chips. I'm hoping to get that sorted soon as possible.
Okay.
Rears are the standard rear Brembos. I've painted them red.
Right.
They are slightly bigger than the normal Brembos, so I just run with them. And yeah, the car doesn't nosedive too much.
Okay. Is that standard spoiler on there?
It is a standard spoiler, but
it is, yeah?
It's got, if you look very closely, the Perrin mounts just to
raise it up a
raise
touch,
it off,
yeah? Okay. I was going to say, because it doesn't look like the standard spoiler, but it obviously is, yeah, but just with mounts on there, yeah?
Yeah, it's just got the extra mounts just to bring it off the car slightly.
Yeah. And exhaust system, what do we say it was again? 3-inch all the way through, yeah?
3-inch all the way through from japspeed.
Japspeed exhaust from turbo back, yeah?
Yeah.
And we've got just one resonator in there.
Just one in the midsection.
Yeah. And of course, the roof vent. That was put in by yourself, yeah, Steve?
Yeah, it was a bit nerve-wracking cutting a hole in a more or less a brand new car, but
yeah, I can imagine.
What can go wrong?
Let's have a look in the engine bay then. Let's see what's going on in there. Yeah, as you can see, no more top mount, front mount. 3-inch hard pipes going all the way through, yeah? 275s.
Yeah, they are large, but they're not quite 3-inch, I don't think.
Yeah. Okay. And
forced performance intake to match the turbos, 84 mil from there to the front of the housing.
Right, okay.
The actual front of the housing on that turbo is 84 mil as well, so you kind of need to buy their pipe to match up with it.
Okay.
As you can see, it's not a show and shine engine bay, but the car gets used.
Yeah.
And it's got no under tray either, so some dust and dirt is bound to come into the car.
Yeah. And is this front strut, is that standard?
No, it's Perrin.
It's a Perrin one, yeah?
Yeah, most of the aftermarket parts I tried to buy a Perrin for the engine, show parts.
What air filter is that?
It's a K&N.
It's K&N, is it?
It's their short stumpy K&N.
Right.
It's a 80 mil RCM trumpet.
Right.
To a custom MAF housing.
Right, okay. That is a very small battery.
Yeah, a little Odyssey race battery. It was only to give the intercooler pipework more room.
Right, okay. How much was that, price-wise, compared to your normal everyday batteries?
I believe it was about £90. I actually got that one with another build.
Right.
So I've kind of robbed it from another build and used it on this car.
Right.
Different steering wheel, different gear knob, SI drive cover. Basically everything in there has been changed.
So the Perrin, that SI drive cover was not
standard.
No, I didn't think it was. I was kind of querying it.
Little cover that goes over the top.
Right, okay, that's cool. And the gear knob's different. What's that from?
It's from a hatchback model, I think. I believe it's the S205. I can't remember, if I'm honest. I bought it because it was red.
Yeah. Okay. And so
different steering wheel, made by Damned, flat bottom. Still uses the Subaru airbag though, which keeps it nice and OE looking.
so these are the back seats that you had
Retrimmed.
yeah?
Yeah.
I've got to say, you know, he's done a bloody good job.
He has, yeah. I mean, he kept all the fitments the same, so they're all still got the chrome fitments in the top. The little tags are still as they should be at the bottom. The stitching matches the bride seats on the front.
As you can see, carbons. How much do they weigh, do you know, compared to the normal seat?
I don't know. They are much lighter
Much
than
lighter,
the
yeah.
normal seat. Yeah.
So who done the build? It wasn't Nick, was it?
No, it was a chap up north called Andy Kingdon.
I've heard of Andy Kingdom. Actually,
Yeah, he's a very good builder up north. He doesn't do a lot of stuff, obviously, down south for specific reasons. If we've got builders down here, people generally go with what they know. I bought the car from up north. It was built up north. It was already mapped by Bob, so the car was already known.
Sorry, you were saying?
Yeah, it tends to make you sit in your seat.
It does, yeah. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. It's too hot to carry on any more driving, so me and Steve got to say a big thanks to Steve. Nice one. And I'll leave a full description of the modifications on the car in the link below, so head on down there, have a look, see what's going on, and until next time, I'm Turbo712, so travel safe and peace out.